to Ashley Storrie's YouTube channel. I'm Ashley Storrie and this is Ashley Reads Bad Fanfiction. If this is your first time at my channel, look down in the description down below and you're going to find a link to episode 1 because this is episode 17. We are balls deep in this bad fanfiction. Okay, so last time we did my Immortal, Enemy went back in time again. She met up with Satan. They went to see The Exorcist. It was not The Exorcist. This upset John Lees, one of my very best friends, who is an amazing comic book writer. This made him very angry. And then Enemy and Voldemort went to a Marilyn Manson concert, and then it was her time to sing. They were singing a song and Lucius fucked it up and the band all had a hissy fit, and then Sidious or James tried to kill Lucius. Ebony jumped in front of the bullet, saving Lucius Malfoy. And then we got to the end of the chapter and I started reading today's episode and something really weird happened. Shit! Holy shit! Somebody's hacked her account. It's story time! Chapter 39. I am a trolling genius. Lols. Disclaimer. I do not own the Harry Potter series and I am not the real Bloody Wrists 666. What the fuck? Author notes. I am an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's password for fun and it took less than 8 minutes to do. And will probably get in a shitload of trouble, which I probably deserve because I'm being a troll right now. I present to you my crappy part in this story. Flame, laugh, do whatever you want, preps. End author note. This isn't canon. This isn't part of the story, but it's part of the saga that is my Immortal. Is either she did get hacked, or Tara Gillespie added a new character to the Ravens and the Britneys and all of these external characters who seem to be involved in my Immortal. I have no idea, but I think that we should include it in our journey through my Immortal. Last night I was like against it. I don't really want to hear some smug girl taking the piss out of this because that's what I'm doing. But then I thought about it and I think it's part of it. So let's see what this hacker has added. I, the American retail-wearing British vampire Sue, coughed up blood. Satan kneeled down beside me. No! Don't die! I gave him a rueful smile. I'm sorry. It's something I had to do to fulfill my duty as the noble Gothic Mary Sue. Satan sobbed. I love you, Ebony. I love you too. Spelled like the number 2, so she's throwing some bad spelling in there just for fun. I'll see you in hell, I mumbled, already finding my surroundings fading to black. Bloody Mary Smith suddenly popped into the room for no apparent reason. She frowned when she realised the room was oddly quiet, but at the sight of Ebony's lifeless body she screamed. Her face became pale with horror. She screamed for the healers, Dumbledore, McGoogle, and every single Gothic person she could think of. Suddenly a glow started to surround the body of Ebony. Everyone stared in shock. Her body started to lift ever so slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, it started to incinerate. When everyone realised what was happening, they rushed over to try and rescue the body, but it was too late. The Sue became nothing more than a pile of ashes. A loud resounding of everyone bellowing, "No!" filled the room. A flash of white light from the ashes then started to bounce around the room. Everyone cowered in fear and were temporarily blinded. When it was over, things changed. All the silly goth clothes dropped from everyone's bodies. Author note. I will refuse to explain how the hell that happened. End author note. And in their place, clothes the characters would normally wear in canon appeared on their bodies. She's undoing everything. She's like the Trump to Ebony's Obama. When everyone got over the shock of becoming free of the Gothic power, everybody cheered. Everyone started singing Ding Dong, the Sue is dead. Well, that is. Until all the HP characters realised the true implications of becoming more canon-like again. All the characters who were supposed to be dead fell to the floor, their bodies cold and lifeless. Harry and Voldemort started yelling. On the left side of the two, the battle of the light side and the dark side were reaching a climax, and because the replacement author also likes to screw around with canon, Draco and Hermione fled the scene and got married. Meanwhile, down in hell, Ebony shed a single tear because of her current situation. A situation that would live on for all eternity, or at least until the end of fanfiction time. She lost it all, but she knew she had to remain strong. Nothing would ever break her down. She looked down over her pale body and frowned. Where are my emo clothes? She asked herself in confusion, and then it occurred to her. For her shirt, she was wearing a bright pink polo with a little seagull on the right or left, I can't remember, side. Below that, she was wearing a denim miniskirt with the destroyed look on it. Paired underneath that skirt were leggings with a little moose at the bottom, and then Ebony realised on her shoulder she was carrying a pretty bag with an eagle on it that said "Live Your Life" written all over the bag. Ebony suppressed the urge to scream. She was decked out in clothes prep to the extreme, wearing stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister. Panicked, Ebony hastily tried to take off the Hollister polo, but underneath it there was another Hollister polo underneath. Ebony frowned and looked under her shirt. All she saw was a bra underneath. Dare I point out, it's from the Airy line available at American Eagle. Ebony tried to remove the shirt again, but to her frustration there was yet another polo to replace it. This is illogical, it does not make any sense, Ebony bellowed out to the air. She failed to see the irony in her statement, how hypocritical her words were, seeing as she was practically calling the kettle black here. Ebony slit her wrists and mumbled to herself, "Oh my god." End crapfic. Author note. Oh yeah, if you want to see the original content this chick had planned for the chapter, I accessed it through Document Manager, which I copied and pasted, so you can read it here. My fucking memory card got full. End chapter 39. Do you believe it's a hacker? I believe it's a hacker. That was a beautifully written parody of parody. So within the 44 chapter fic, that chapter actually stands as chapter 39. So let's continue with the proper My Immortal written by Tara Gillespie. I don't know anymore. Chapter 40, LOL, someone has taken my account over. The idiot's note. So this is the hacker. Well, this was in the document area. Might as well let the whole world see what the real Tara wanted to show us. Have a nice day. Author note. Shut the fuck up, preps. Get a life. You suck. Oh, and from now on I will be on vacation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. LOL, thanks to everyone who reviewed except the preps who flamed. Fuck you. My Chemical Romance rules. 666. I woke up in the nurse's office on a special gothic coffin. Hagrid was in the bed opposite me in a coma because Vampire and Draco had beat him up. Mr. Norris was cleaning the room. "Oh my Satan, what happened?" I screamed. Suddenly Voldemort came in. He looked less mean than usual. "Get the fuck out, you fucking bastard," I yielded. "Thou hast not killed Vampire yet," he said angrily. Suddenly he started to cry, tears of blood, all selective. "Voldemort, oh my fucking god, what's wrong?" I asked. Suddenly, ... Lucian, Professor Sinister and Sirius came. Bloody Mary and Vampire were with them. Everyone was holding black boxes. Voldemort disappeared. "Oh my fucking god, Enemy, you're alive!" screamed Vampire. I hugged him and Bloody Mary. "What the fuck happened?" I asked him. "Oh my Satan, am I like dead now?" I gasped. "Enemy, you were almost shot," said Sirius, "but the ballet could not kill you since you were from another time." "But thanks anyway," said Lucian, holding out his arm. I gasped. He had 2 arms. You can't make the 2-arm thing a thing unless you've acknowledged that you only had 1 arm at some point, and you've never done that. "Oh my god, I can't believe Vampire's dad shot you," I gasped. "Well, to be honest, Snap was possessed by Snap back then," said James. "Yeah, he was a spy," Seriously said sadly. Sirius said sadly, "I don't know who's speaking." He was really a death dealer. That's the one thing I like more about this fiction than the actual Harry Potter. I prefer Death Dealer to Death Eater. I think Death Dealer has a certain je ne sais quoi. "And he was such a fucking poser," said Lucian. He didn't even really know who Good Charlotte were until I told him. Well, anyway, everyone started to give me presents. I was opening a black box with red 666s. Oh, no red pentagrams this time. We have moved on in terms of design. There was a DVD of the corpse bride in it. When I gasped, Mr. Norris looked up angrily, because he hated goths. Has anyone fucking seen Draco? I asked Gothic Hallie. No, Draco told me he would be watching Hose of Wax, said Professor Trevorley. He doesn't know that you are better anyway. The Norse said he could get up. Come on. I got up suicidally. Lucian, Sirius and Professor Sinister left. I was wearing a black leather night gun. Sweaty everything! Under that I had on sexy black leather bra trimmed with black lace, sweaty tits, with a matching thong that said Gothic Girl on the butt. If it's a thong, where is Gothic Girl written on the butt? And sexy fishnets that kind of hooked onto my thong. Author note. If you don't get the idea, message me and I'll tell you. She's going to explain suspenders to you in a private message. I put on a black fishnet top under a black My Chemical Romance t-shirt, a black leather mini with a black lace and Congress shoes. I left the hospital with Bloody Mary, Willow and Vampire. If the nurse is putting her in a black bra, black leather thong, fishnets, and a black leather gown, I'm going to worry that the nurse is also involved in the deviant sex ring of Hogwarts, where the teachers all seem to be awful human beings. Oh my fucking god, let's celebrate, gasped Willow. We can go see Hose of Wax with Draco, giggled Vampire. Let's go listen to Good Charlotte and cut ourselves, said Hermione. We opened a common room door sexily, and then ... I gasped ... I don't get this, and I don't feel comfortable. Draco was there, doing it with Snap. He was wearing a black t-shirt with 666 on the front and black baggy jeans. You fucking prep, I yielded angrily. Yeah, you betrayed us, shouted Vampire angrily, as he took out his black gun. No, you don't understand, screamed Draco sadly, as he took his thingy out of Snake's. As he took his thingy out of Snake's what? No, shit, you fucking suck, you preppy bastard, said Willow, trying to attack him, you rock girl. I ran suicidally to my room. I sexily took out a steak. Enemy, no, screamed Draco, but it was too late. I had slit my wrists with it. Suddenly everything went black again. And then our hacker has left a message at the end. Idiot's note. Ugh, I know, terrible. But then again, this wouldn't be called the worst fanfic ever, if not for the fact that the writing standards meets the level of a day-old fetus. Shady. Okay, let's do chapter 41. It's going to be a long episode, but let's do chapter 41, and then that means we only have 3 chapters left. Chapter 41. Author note. To everyone who keeps flaming, this gets a life. I bet you probably don't even know who Gerard Way is. Also, not a single fucking one of you noticed that when I put a picture up of Gerard Way, it was actually an old picture of Liza Minnelli. He had a six-pack just like Gerard Way. Nobody commented on that. Did you not notice, or did you just go, oh yeah, Liza Minnelli? What the fuck? Anyway, someone hacked into my account in November and they put up my last chapter. So anybody killing herself after surviving the time travel bullet was her last chapter. But now there is a new one. We could have been done with this if it hadn't been for the smug hacker. I'm sorry for not updating in a while, but I've been really busy. I'm trying to finish the story before the new movie comes out. I'm going on vacation for a month. I won't be back until about 2 weeks. Oh my fucking god, Draco is so hot in all the pics for the new movie. I wanted him to put a cameo by Gerard Way, lol, he could play Draco. Raven, you rock girl, have fun in England. When I woke up I was in a strange room. I looked around and was wearing the same outfit I had when I was performing with X Black Tier X Black thing. I looked around confusedly. It was the nurse's office, but it looked different. On the wall was a pic of Marilyn Manson. Author note. Just imagine that he's in an 80s gothic band too, okay? because he is more old than Panic, At a Disco, or My Chemical Romance, end author note. There was also a gothic black Beatles calendar with a picture of the Beatles wearing eyeliner and black clothes on it. It said 1980. OMFG, I'm back in Tim again. I screamed loudly. Suddenly, Satan, this is actually Voldemort for photo references. Voldemort was wearing a black leather Jackson. I want to know what a black leather Jackson is. I know there's like a Michael Jackson joke to be made in there, but I think it's too cheap. Black tight jeans and fishnet pants. Oh, he's going to have some weird indentations on his balls. He looked so sexy, I almost had an orgy. OMFG, anybody, are you okay? He asked Gothic Hallie. Yeah, I'm okay. For your information, I snapped sexily. Oh my god, am I dead? Because I remembered I had jumped in front of the bullet from James's gun. Also, I remembered seeing Draco doing it with Snap. I guessed that when I had slit my wrist, I had went back in Tim instead of dying. Ooh, this is like Life on Mars. Spoiler alert. I know I could go forward in Tim if I found a time toner or a time machine. No, you're not dead, Satan reassured suicidally as he smoked a cigarette sexily and smoke came all over his face. You're a vampire, so you can't die from a bullet. Come on now, let's go see how Harry's dad is going. Voldemort knows that his friend, who's a child right now, will eventually have a son called Harry. I knew that the real reason I didn't die from the ballet was because I come from the future. What the fuck? James almost shot Luscious, I said, Indigo Willie. I knew that James had really been possessed, but I didn't want him to know I knew. Yeah, I know, but he had a headache and he was under a lot of stress, Satan reasoned evilly. Headaches get you away with a lot of shit in this universe. I guess that's okay, I said, because James hadn't really shot Lucian, and I know that Lucian would now have 2 arms instead of 1. I walked seductively outside with Satan. Suddenly, I saw a totally sexy gothic bi guy. He had bleached blonde hair. He had blonde hair. This is the first person we've met who doesn't have black hair. He had bleached blonde hair with black streaks up to his ears. And he was wearing a gothic black eyeliner, a black Green Day shirt. It showed Billy Joel with blonde hair since it was the 80s. Black Congress shoes and black baggy pants. He walked in all sexy like Gerard Way. Hey, I said all quietly and gothically. Who the fuck is that? I asked angrily, because I did not know him. This is Hedwig. It's the owl. The owl's a person. He used to be an ex-Black Tier X2, but he had to drop out because he broke his arm. Hey, Hedwig. I said seductively, even though I was not trying to be. LOL, hi, enemy, he answered, but then he ran away because he had hair of magical creature. He was humming Welcome to the Black Parade under his breath. I know that it's not 80s, but I pretended, okay? Bye, I said all sexily. That was Hedwig. He used to be my boyfriend, but we broke up, Satan said sadly, looking at his black nails. Oh my fucking god, I can get you two back together, I said, fingering something. I didn't know what was in my pocket. A black coot is what we aim for. Cydio iPod that I could take videos with. Does anyone else know about them? They kick ass. Okay, you can forget about your class for now, Hedwig. I'm going to show you something great. I led him to the Great Hall. Come on, you guys. Lucian, James, Sirius and Snake were all in the Great Hall. Lucian wouldn't talk with James because he had tried to shoot him. Go fuck yourself, you fucking douche, he shouted at him. Draco is never going to be friends with Vampire now. They haven't had children yet, they're in school, but they're making references to their kids. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Samaro, Snape agreed. But I know he was lying, because it had been his fault that James had almost shot Lucian. Be quiet, you guys, I said sexily. My plan was working out great. Now I could make Voldemort good without doing it with him. Now Vampire's dad would never die. And okay, Satan and Hedwig, you guys can start making out. I started to film them with the iPod. Cool, said Sirius as Voldemort and Hedwig started to make out sexily. We watched as they started to take each other's clothes off sexily. Samaro, Sirius, Snake and Lucian all watched because they were probably bi. I know Snape was bi. Oh my fucking god. Voldemort! Voldemort! Screamed Hedwig as his Glock touched Voldemort's. But suddenly, everything stopped as the door opened and in came... ... Dumbledore and Mrs. Norris. End chapter 41. I don't know what to say now. I don't know what to say. I don't know if this was a good idea, but like I say, I started so I fucking finish. That's the end of episode 17. If you liked it, please subscribe. Tell your friends about it. I'm at a loss now.